Monday with Mr. Vince. Post lunch, I'm going to share some ideas with you. Today I've been thinking about this idea of taking inventory. And I'm not talking about taking inventory of merchandise on the shelves or taking inventory of what cereal you have in the closet. I mean, taking inventory of ourselves. So that means where we come from, who we've grown up around, who we surround ourselves with right now. What books are we reading? What are we watching? Where are the places that we go to frequently? These are the ideas of taking inventory that I'm thinking about. And I think this is super important because it helps us to better understand ourselves, and it can show us where we are in relationship to our goals and our dreams. Also, it helps us to be compassionate towards ourselves. If we're falling short of something, it'll give us a sense of understanding for where we might be falling short and why we have certain deficits. But then I also think that it helps us to be compassionate towards others. When we understand that our unique inventory is very different from someone else's, it really puts things into perspective. Of course, if I'm in conflict with someone over ideas, most likely the root cause of that conflict is that we have totally different experiences in the world. We've seen different things. We've recorded different ideas from different conversations or content that we've consumed. So it's understandable that we might bump heads. And so I think that if we move towards a practice of if we move towards a practice of realizing when we are in conflict that, hey, it might not be the person that I'm in conflict with. It might be more so their experiences, their environment that they've come up in, and vice versa towards us. And so what needs to happen in that situation is I need to share what I've taken inventory of with that person, and they need to do the same for me. Hopefully we're both being honest and upfront. And then through that sharing, we might not come to a point of agreement, but hopefully if we're dealing with people who are good people, there will be understanding and some level of resolution. So taking inventory is super important. And I think that making it regular is a very useful practice. And, it makes me think about all the conflict that's in the world right now. And I think it's basically coming from this expectation that everyone has been made from the same stuff. And that's just totally not true. So stick with the facts, folks. We're very, very, very different from one another. And also, let's stick with the facts. Some of us don't take enough time to really know who we are. So spend more time, reflect a little bit more. It's probably a little bit uncomfortable, and that's probably why a lot of us aren't doing very much of it. All right? Peace. Keep the peace. Keep the peace. Keep the peace.